Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it is so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by. Now, here's JP.
All right, welcome into a Thursday edition of the JP Peterson Show. We got a special show for you here today. We have a celebrity reveal here in moments. I know you people are on the edge of your seats. You have no idea what's happening here, but
well, they probably just saw it on the intro screen.
Maybe they did. What, you think these people can read? You think these people can read?
I know better than that.
Come on, we're better than that. Welcome into the show today, folks. We got a lot of fun here, and we're going to get to the big stories of the day, which, of course, the Bucs are still very, very injured.
Ouch.
Very, very injured. Expecting everybody back after the bye week. And no, that did not happen. Are they ever coming back? We don't know. We have no idea. Maybe Bucky comes back. Maybe Godwin comes back. We don't know. So
maybe we never see him again. We never know.
Never see him again. We literally have not seen any of those guys walking through the locker room or anything. Not that we get that a couple times a week, but they just really haven't been around. So a lot more subterfuge for injuries this year. For whatever reason, everything's being kept quiet. And I don't know if there's new security over there. There's new HIPAA laws. I don't know what's going on, but we're getting zero information. But that's obviously the way they want it. So we'll hit that in a little bit. USF has a huge game tonight against the UTSA Roadrunners, who just spanked Tulane. So they're hot and bothered. They're coming in here to Raymond James Stadium tonight. And, of course, USF's got a little something for them. They're still a little pissed off from some of the Memphis residues and get back into the national spotlight. So we'll do all that up in just a little bit. But first and foremost, we want to welcome in. He is a 4-time World Series champion, New York Yankee, an absolute Tampa Bay legend, Hall of Famer, Tampa Sports Club Hall of Famer, the great Tino Martinez. What's up, Tino? How are you, partner? Good to see you, man. Hold on. Let me get your mic up because I'm an idiot. There we go. Now we're good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Fantastic. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you coming in. And we have Ben Kloss over here, who is one of the partners at Tampa Bay Pickleball. We're going to be talking about your national pickleball debut coming up on Saturday. And unfortunately, my own.
All right.
Which is going to be completely embarrassing, but it's for the kids. So
we'll have a great time.
You're playing a lot of pickleball these days, right?
I am. I probably play at least 5 days a week, 5-6 days a week.
5-6 days a week?
Yes, every morning, just about.
You are absolutely addicted to this.
I'm totally addicted. It's an addicting sport. I mean, I started playing about a year and a half ago and started learning how to play with my son. And then as time went on, I started getting a little bit better. And now I just got to play every day. And it's probably the best workout I've ever done in
really?
My life. Yeah, it gives you. I mean, it keeps the weight off. It's it's competitive. It's fast. It's just a great sport.
It's better than the treadmill.
Oh my God! I used to be the treadmill guy all the time. I go to the gym once in a while. The treadmill is my thing for 3 or 4 times a week, and I've stopped that completely. This is way better.
I know, because I don't know about you, but when I'm on the treadmill or running or doing any of those, my brain just goes, everything hurts. And that's all I can think about. But when you're playing, I do mostly tennis and those type of sports. I used to play a lot of basketball. Your brain's always going. Something's always happening. And 2 hours later, you got the best workout of your life, and you don't even think you did anything.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it's a fast sport. I usually play doubles, and the ball's coming at you fast. And it's a lot of strategy involved with it as well. So it's just when the day's over, you play 4, 5, 6 games in a couple hours, and you're done for the day, and you're satisfied.
Yeah, I want to get into it. I'm holding on to my tennis roots, but man, I move like a water buffalo out there now. So having to cover that whole court just doesn't work really well for me. So I think pickleball will be a nice transition.
It will be. You'll love it. Most tennis players that start playing pickleball become addicted to it and pretty much get rid of their tennis rackets and take the paddles out.
So are there a lot of ex-baseball players playing this now? Because it's the hand-eye coordination, obviously.
Yeah, I'm sure that the current players don't play per their contract for reasons
right,
injured or whatever.
Course,
but a lot of guys, JD Martinez, Brad Penny, these guys are trying to go pro.
Really?
Yeah, and hockey players, everybody's playing it. I mean, basketball players. I played against Rick Barry in a tournament in Naples, and
he's not competitive at all.
Oh my God! I believe he was 80 years old, maybe.
Yeah,
so,
he must be.
He was probably one of the best players I ever played against.
Really?
Yeah, he's the champ down there in Naples, and a really good player.
At 80 years old.
80 years old.
That does not surprise me one bit about Rick Barry at all. Yeah. So we're gonna have a little tournament here. Ben, you can talk to this. You guys have this great new facility, which Tino's a partner, Tampa Bay Pickleball, out at the old flea market, right? The old Odessa flea market,
Oldsmar
flea market. Yeah. So tell me about your facility first and foremost, and then what we're doing on Saturday.
Yeah, well, our facility, we opened up 2.5 years ago now, and we've been open for business. My brother and I opened the facility and then brought my dad in to help us out. And this Saturday, we're working on Rally for Youth Pickleball, trying to get pickleball as the first officially sanctioned sport in high school, or pickleball sport sanctioned in the country. No other state has it sanctioned as an official high school sport yet.
Oh,
so we're really trying to get that.
We're going to have high school teams.
Well, that's the goal.
We'll
see what we can do. We're slowly getting our player base as the younger age up. The sport started as a higher age base. It's slowly going down as the demographics go down. Started older, started as a retiree sport out in Seattle.
Yeah.
And slowly is getting younger and younger as people are starting to think it's cool now.
Right. It's getting on TikTok. Is that what you're telling me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's getting online.
Yeah, because the kids think, okay, this is an old man sport.
My grandma started playing it. I mean,
I'm not doing what grandma did. God's sake, she's on
my
Facebook.
My brother and I made fun of her for 5 years, 6 years. Then you're like, well, this actually looks fun. Pickleball sounds a bit weird, but it sounds like fun. So.
Yeah, it is. And with the pro leagues now, there's so many pro leagues going on. It's every time I turn on the television, there's another pro league, and a lot of the ex-athletes are involved in the pro league.
Yeah, they are. There's hockey players, ex-basketball players, baseball
owners,
players, everywhere. Everybody's playing it. But it's on ESPN quite a bit now. And I find myself every time I see it on TV, I got to stop and watch it.
Yeah,
I follow it on Instagram. I get all my tips on Instagram, different guys, and little strategy stuff, and I'm enjoying it.
All right, so Sports Club of Tampa Bay, of which I am a board member, and Lou Maggio's over here behind Tino. Say hello. We can barely see you there. There you go. There's Lou. Lou's the president, so he got me roped into a celebrity match with Charlie Bradley and Steve DeBerg.
Yeah.
Steve DeBerg's coming. All these Florida Tampa Sports Club Hall of Famers are going to be involved, except me. I'm just on the board. I organize these things. So we're going to be doing a celebrity match. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, there'll be celebrity matches. Also, the people who are signed to play are going to be able to play their own matches with other people and with us as well. It's just gonna be kind of a mix and match type thing.
Oh, cool. So if you sign up, you get to play with all these folks.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah. So people come in, we're gonna start at 1:00, right? 1 to 5.
Yep, it's going 1 to 5 this Saturday. You can sign up online, and the way it's working, just like Tino said, we're gonna have a celebrity match, and then we're also gonna have some high schoolers play against the celebrities, see if the high schoolers can beat up on some celebrities
of the older guys.
We're not sure if it'll happen, but we'll see. And then of course whoever else signs up will be able to mix in with the celebrities and mix around with
what does it cost for sign up?
So right now it's discounted to $49.99.
Nice.
Price goes up later today to $99.
All right, what's the website?
tbpickleballacademy.com.
tbpickleballacademy.com. And Lou, I'm sure we have a link on ours at Sports Club of Tampa Bay. .org. You can go there too and sign up. So sign up today.
Yep.
Half off.
Save some money.
Yeah. So come on over. We're going to have some food, some drinks. I will have a party going on and then just a lot of pickleball fun.
Yep. Exactly. Be all kinds of people there, all kinds of events, vendors there, drinks, food.
All right. And this is the old Oldsmar Flea Market?
Oldsmar Flea Market.
So if you're coming from Tampa, just right up Tampa Road.
Right up Tampa Road.
It's on the right side.
Yeah, Hillsborough,
yeah. Hillsborough is what it's considered, I think.
Oh, awesome. Okay. All right. Well, we will be there and having a lot of fun playing pickleball.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody gets injured. Hopefully nobody. You're already on the eye. Are you working a bad hammy?
I have a tight hamstring. Yeah.
A little tight hammy.
Yeah. But I stretch before every time I play. I mean, I have the injuries of the Achilles and the calves.
Yeah.
I don't want that injury where you're out for a whole year just for pickleball, So I really stretch. I put BioFreeze on my legs. I do it all. I did it all.
How long do you stretch before each match?
I'll probably stretch for 20 minutes at least, and then I'll put BioFreeze on my calves, especially, and my Achilles, because those are the main injuries. But I make sure I stretch them really well.
What does BioFreeze do?
BioFreeze it heats you up. It heats your muscles up. It loosens up your muscles. So
that's the name, freeze.
Yeah. It doesn't make you hot though.
Yeah, so it gets the muscles warmed up and hopefully avoid the Achilles.
I do it all. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go through that injury process of being on crutches for a year.
Yeah, one of my orthopedic friends said the greatest thing for his business ever has been pickleball.
Pickleball, yeah.
Yeah, because they're replacing knees and shoulders.
Yep.
And of course all the other soft tissue injuries. So, all right. So if you guys want to join us, that's the deal. You can go to Sports Club of TampaBay.org or Tampa Bay
Pickleball Academy.
TB Pickleball Academy.com.
.com.
And we'll put all the up on our socials as well. So, well, Tino, while I got here, we got to talk a little baseball. You know a little something about being a World Series hero with all the home runs that you've hit for the Yankees in your time, the drama of postseason. You know, I go back to the 90s, to the 80s, and I remember all these World Series and the ones growing up. And then, I kind of lost it. I kind of got away from it. It wasn't as important. But this one kind of brought me back to the drama of how every pitch, every play in the field, everything matters, like to all the way up to extra innings of Game 7. I mean, how did you enjoy this World Series?
I feel the same way. I really watch the World Series every year. Some years I get a little disinterested if it's who's playing. If it's the second or third game, I won't watch, or fourth game. But this one, I found myself watching every single game because I knew both teams were the way they got there. They had complete teams. They play great defense. They got great pitching and great hitting, and they're both very well managed. So I knew it'd be a great series, and I just couldn't wait to get home each night and watch it. Especially Games 6 and 7. You couldn't have found a better Game 6 and 7. Both teams played. I mean, they're the best baseball they can possibly play, and a little hit here, a run there, cost the Blue Jays the game, but they both played World Series type baseball. That
Game 7, I mean, there were so many moments in Game 7 that could have gone the other way. As a professional baseball player, having been in those moments, what were you thinking? Like when you see some of the minor mistakes that turn into major mistakes, what were you thinking? Yeah, the same thing. I mean, in the heat of those moments there, for example, in Game 6 there, the guy on second base, can't remember who it was, when the line out went to left field and got doubled off the second base there. I think it was Barger, I think it was King High School kid. Yeah, Barger, yeah. I think so too. But his first reaction when you're out there as a base runner is he's going to score. I mean, he's going to take off and run. I mean, the World Series is on the line. And he jumped off a little too fast real quick. And naturally, and then Kiki Hernandez throws a one hopper, and Rojas makes the best pick out of the dirt to save the World Series at that point, because the guy from third would have scored and won the game in Game 6. And the same thing in Game 7, the play at the plate when the little chopper to the second baseman turned his back on it. The fact that he was able to gather himself, make a great throw to home plate. And Kiner Falefa just got no secondary lead whatsoever. Were you shocked by that? I was shocked. I mean, but the thing is, for the catcher, Will Smith there, to keep his foot on home plate, you can't feel the base. It's not a base. And to keep his foot on there barely. And I mean, get the guy at home plate was, so anticlimactic. And then the deep fly ball to left field, and those two guys chasing it down, Kiki Hernandez and Paez out there. I mean, it was like when they first hit the ball, they just showed the two guys running. We're like, where are they going? I mean, it was playing so shallow, and I was like, what? And then it was a great catch out there. And I mean, he came out of nowhere. Like, oh my God, you're thinking this game's over. Toronto's going to win the World Series. All 60,000 people there were like, they were already celebrating. Yeah, from Game 6 and 7, they had it won. Like many times. A little play here or there. It was so awesome for, I felt bad that the Blue Jays had to lose because they all played so well. Yeah, it was incredible. For those of you who don't know, and I should have done this earlier, Tino Martinez has done a few things in the game. 339 career home runs, 4-time World Series champion. Of course, you played for Lou Piniella for many years, one of our Tampa Bay treasures. I forgot that you won the Home Run Derby in 1997. 97, yep. What was that like? Where was that? It was in Cleveland. Okay. It was in Cleveland. The new stadium, Cleveland. Yeah. It was Jacobs Field back then. Yeah. I think maybe Progressive or something. Whatever the hell they call it. We have Jacobs Field. Right. Yeah. I'm not a home run hitter in batting practice. I hit the ball all over the place. And when I had a good first half, so I had to play in it. And I was, it wasn't like it is today. Today it's all time to get 2 minutes, 4 minutes. And it's a grind today. What those guys do. Yeah. When you watch that, it's exhausting. That's why they get the timeout. Yeah. And all that. When I did it back then, it was 10 outs, 5 outs, 3 outs. So 10 outs, meaning if you don't hit a home run, it's an out, and you can take as many pitches as you wanted, just to rest. You can take pitches. Yeah. And Griffey was in it, and Mark McGwire was in, all these guys. But you beat Griffey and McGwire in that? Well, the thing was, it's so easy to start out slow, and if you get 4 or 5 quick outs, you might wind up with like 4 home runs in the first round. And so I got 4 or 5 to move to the second round. And then when there's 5 outs, it's very easy to hit 5 pop-ups in a row. Yeah. So very easy. They got eliminated quickly from themselves, and I didn't do very well. I just hit enough to win it. Yeah. So it was nerve-wracking. You've never taken batting practice like that without the cage over you. Right. And you're standing out there by yourself with 55,000 people watching you just trying to hit a home run.
and it was a lot of fun. But I'm glad I experienced it.
Did you screw up? Did it screw up your swing at all afterwards, or
No? I don't think so. No, people say that. I just think at that point, it's the halfway point of the season. The rest of the league is not going to pitch to you the way they did the first half. If they hit home runs, they're hitting home runs on certain pitches. They're going to pitch you differently and try to keep the ball on the ground. And, they just change the way they pitch to you.
Those Yankees teams that you won the World Series on, of course, three in a row, which they still 2 in a row hasn't happened since then.
Yeah.
3 in a row is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is the 2 in a row this year. It's the first time.
First time since you guys. I mean, why is it so hard in the modern game?
It was hard. I mean, it was tough on us too, though. We thought we just had a good group of guys, a good core group of guys that George Steinbrenner always added a piece here or there. We needed a pitcher. We got Roger Clemens. We needed a second baseman. We got so-and-so. He kept our team together. And once we won in 96 and lost in 97, and we thought we had a better team in 97. And we came back in 98 and really dominated and won that year. And every year in spring training after that, it was like, our goal is to win the World Series. The playoffs don't matter. It's just World Series or bust. And we were able to, when October came around, we were able to get good pitching. We played really good defense. We didn't blow people out like people thought. We didn't win 10-2. We won 5-4, 3-2, 7-6. We were just, just played well enough to beat each game and find a way to win the games as a team. And we just had a great manager in Joe Torre, and we just had a good run. That
team and playing in New York. What was that like?
It was the best.
I mean, it was just superstars everywhere. The media everywhere.
Yeah, it turned out to be that way. But when we first started, you got to remember that Derek Jeter was his first year. He was a rookie. Yeah. Bernie Williams was just coming up as well, his second or third year. Paul O'Neill was Paul O'Neill. We weren't really superstars at the time. We just were really good players that just got better and better as years went on.
What was it like playing for Steinbrenner?
It was. I think every player who played for him would tell you it's the best. I mean, people see him from the outside or read about him that he yells at people. He's demanding and he is demanding. He wants championships. And the thing is, whatever you need to win, if you need a new weight room or you need to do this, he gets whatever you need. And his way of doing business is he keeps everybody in line and focused every single day. You can't lack. If you're not hustling, he's going to take you out of the lineup, not the manager. He's going to trade you right away. If you don't want to be there, he'll get rid of you.
And you felt that as players.
Yeah, but you also felt like this guy's got our back. He's got our back, and he wants to help win the World Series. And it was a great experience playing for him. We learned a lot.
Maybe is a little what's missing now with the Yankees?
I would say a little bit, yeah. I mean, back then there was a lot of accountability. Now there's not as much accountability to when they have some failures or they don't play as well as they should. Everybody's good with it.
Good old-fashioned fear works most of the time.
It does. It motivates you. It motivates you, yeah.
Knowing that the boss is watching, and if you don't play to your abilities,
you're out of here.
You're out of here.
Yep.
Oh, man. I can't imagine what that was. And the pressure of the World Series and hitting, you hit grand slams in those moments. We talked to Orestes about this on his show, and he just talks about they won 3 straight world championships in the Japan series. Yeah. And the crowd and everything, it's like that. You either kind of get freaked out by it or you laser in.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Is that something you remember from a focus standpoint, that you block everything out and your senses just get heightened? Do you get better?
Yeah. The first year, 96 was our first year in the World Series for most of us on our team, Joe Torre included. And you start in the first couple of games, you're like, hey, the World Series, you're all fired up and you get excited. You're looking around and you're thinking it's World Series. And then you boil it down to like, hey, I'm facing this guy. I've faced him I've faced all year this year. I've got relievers. You know what they got. You have a game plan going in. You learn to like really laser in at some point. But at the beginning, it is a little bit of exciting and you kind of get lost in it. But then once you boil it down to the game and the pitching and just having that bat, having a plan, it becomes baseball, just a baseball game.
God, I can't imagine with the everything that's going on. You did you play in the World Series after 9/11?
Yes.
The George Bush game.
Yes.
I was there for that one in the auxiliary press box in right field.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that. Just the tension of that moment. I don't know what it felt like from the dugout, but just sitting, because that's where the auxiliary press box was. We were out in the open. I was kind of glad. I'm looking up and I'm like, snipers, like all across the facade of Yankee Stadium. You're seeing snipers. I mean, there's not just one, lots of them.
Yep.
We were actually in the bowels of the stadium, and the old state. It's everything was so small. Like the hallways, as you know, were so small. Yeah. We come around the corner, and here comes the extraction team. I'm told they're just head to toe, black booted. I mean, more armaments on them than I've ever seen on any human beings. And we're just like standing up against the wall, trying to get out of the way. And the whole air, I mean, coming into the stadium. What are your recollections of that day?
I remember all of that vividly. I remember it was game 3. The first 2 games were in Arizona. So it was game 3 of 9/11. And during batting practice, you can see the snipers on top of the stadium, and then across the buildings are snipers, and the fighter jets are just circling around.
Yeah, that's right.
During batting practice and throughout the game. And so the old Yankee Stadium there on the first base side there, and if you can imagine it from outside the stadium, if we walk out of our locker room, we walk straight down into the dugout, but our batting cage is actually underneath there. It would be kind of where the right field foul pole's at.
Right.
That's where our batting cage was. So we usually after batting practice is over, when you're about to go take the field, we go hit in the cage one more time just to loosen up before we take the field, and we go down to the batting cage. And that game 3 there, like you said, all those armed guys with the helmets, they're lined up on that hallway, went all the way straight down from our locker room all the way to the batting cage, because the president was down there warming up in the batting cage for his first pitch. And we're walking, as we're walking down there, there's a few of us going down, and those guys wouldn't even look at you, smile at you, nothing. They were like laser focused, and we're like, whoa, man, this is a big
serious
deal.
business.
Yeah. Then we get down there to the batting cage down, and the president's there with he had on his the bulletproof vest.
Yeah, the Kevlar underneath. Yeah.
Then like a button-down shirt there. Then he had the World Series. Those World Series jackets are kind of heavy, and I'm thinking, there's no way he's gonna throw a strike. He's too bundled up. I mean, you can't throw a ball if you're too tight.
Yeah.
And he's in there throwing in the batting cage, and he was actually sweating a little bit because the lights were hot. And his face was like, he was obviously nervous.
Yeah.
And then we get done there, and we get in the back. We go down to the dugout before he has to go out to throw the first pitch, and he's standing there, and there's like 2 security guys with him that are supposed to walk out with him to the mound just in case.
Yeah.
And he told them, we're just like fans, we're just watching this thing going happen. And he goes, no, I gotta go by myself. He wanted to make sure everybody knew that we were safe.
Yeah.
And so he went out by himself out there, and he went all the way to the top of the mound. And when he threw that first pitch right down the middle, I mean, one of the best first pitches you'll ever see in the game. And the stadium just blew up at that moment. And it was the most incredible moment I've ever experienced in the stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
Even for the
time.
guys who hit a grand slam in there, that was wow.
Amazing. I tell people all the time, that moment when the stadium went, the 55,000 people went crazy, and they didn't stop yelling and screaming until the game was over. It was awesome.
Yeah, I remember it the same way. And I also remember, I don't know if you felt this, but the tension before he threw the pitch, and you're almost like, hurry up. Yeah. He's standing on the mound, and he's like holding the ball up. Yeah. And I'm like, can you just get that? Can we get it? And then he throws the strike, and then he stood there. Yeah. And it was kind of like a relief. It's like, okay, we're all right. We're all right. This, if there was ever a moment, we're okay.
It was awesome. Definitely.
And then, wow. And then as the series culminates, your best friend beats you.
Yeah, we
Luis Gonzalez.
I saw Derek Jeter the other day on the post-game show was talking about how they outplayed us really for 7 games. We just found ways to get to game 7, and we had a chance to win it. Mariano Rivera on the mound. Yeah. In the 8th and 9th inning. But you got to remember, Mariano Rivera is probably one of the reasons we won 3 to begin with, or maybe 4. And without him, we probably don't win 4. And he went out there, he pitched the 8th inning, and he was getting through it. He had pitched all year long. He was running out of gas. And then the 9th inning, he walked the guy, hit a guy, got a base hit, and then it comes down to Luis Gonzalez's little bloop single. But,
line drive.
Man, it's a line drive in the books.
That's right, line drive in the books.
But
cut her off the handle, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It was just disheartening. It was it was a great series.
Was it a little bit of bittersweet because it was your best friend?
No,
it sucked.
No, it was terrible. It sucked. It was awful. It was awful.
Not even years later.
No, I actually went. No, not even years later. Happy for him. He had that moment. Obviously, but not that moment. I didn't feel that way at all. But I remember going in. Because you'll run in the locker room and if you have to, use the restroom real quick, whatever it is. And I remember going in like in the 8th inning because the game was getting long. And we had took the lead. Soriano hit the home run to put us up 3-2, and going into the 9th, and so I went in the restroom real quick, and in the locker room, they already had the lockers were all covered with plastic, and they had the champagne and barrels there. And I'm going, oh no! So I ran back out. And sure enough, they had to, when we lost, they had to move all that stuff.
Get it out, yeah.
It was exhausting though. It was a great series all in all, but it was a tough loss.
Tino Martinez here joining us, and you also played at University of Tampa and Tampa Catholic and Jefferson. Oh, that's right, Jefferson. Yeah. Do you play Catholic, Tampa Catholic, and Jefferson?
Both,
yeah. Did Lou coach you? Did he screw up?
Did
he screw up your career at all?
No, he just stood at first base there and waved us over to second base.
Good move. So, I mean, you are like Tampa royalty, and when it comes to baseball, especially, I mean, you grew up here and everything. How? We're probably this close to the Rays actually building a stadium, and I think it's going to be over at HCC, right next to Ray J, basically West Tampa, where you grew up. If that is the case, and I think it's going to happen, how good is that for baseball? Having new ownership here with guys that are part of Tampa Bay and love Tampa Bay and know what it's all about. I think it's going to be transformational in terms of the popularity of the Rays, and they're already popular. Yeah,
I totally agree. I mean, I think the Rays ownership group, the last ownership group, did a great job of giving the Rays relativity. I mean, they brought them to life. I mean, those guys did a great job. But to have this stadium, hopefully, I'd say at HCC there, I think it's the best spot to have it, because with Raymond James Stadium there, the traffic in and out of there for football games, 60,000 people is very easy for a major stadium. And you figure if they have a 30,000 seat stadium, it should be even easier to get in and out of that stadium from the roadways there. But then you have the people from St. Pete are going to come 30 minutes this way. The people from Orlando and Lakeland are going to want to come this way, saving themselves an extra half an hour on a ride back home and all that. That's a big deal. I really
agree.
And, like they say, the shop was great. It is great. In St. Pete,
no, it's not.
It's
awful.
Well, with the location, I should say, the
location's awful. The stadium's awful.
Right. Well,
you don't have to sugarcoat it here.
No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you leave the Trop that way, it's just the ocean. It's the Gulf of Mexico, so you lose all those fans. It's just, there's no
fish don't buy tickets.
That's right. Fish don't buy tickets. So you get it centrally, people will come. More people will come.
I agree. And I have my personal issues with the past ownership group. You played for them. I think during your only year, right? 2004 was when Stu bought the team, right?
Yeah, I played for Namoli though.
Namoli. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I played with the 1 year with Namoli.
How was that?
Yeah, it was all right. We were still building. The team was still rebuilding or building period, and it was tough a little bit. But
it's tough for you and Lou, huh?
Yeah. Lou especially. Lou came home to his mom was getting sick to manage there, but he was doing a great job with the Cubs over there, and he should be a Hall of Famer. He really should be a Hall
absolutely, 100%.
Missed the last couple times, and had he not come to Tampa and stayed in Chicago, he kept winning pennants like he was winning pennants there. He saved baseball in Seattle. He revived the Mariners organization when he came there. He took the Cincinnati Reds when they were really nothing. The 1 year he got there, they took him to the World Series and won. He's won wherever he's gone. So it's a shame he's not in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, if he had a little bit more support here, I think it obviously would have gone a lot different. Without question. Awesome. Yeah, great dude. We love him. But I think the Rays have a great future here now with this new ownership group. And one thing that the last ownership group really didn't do was bring back all the alumni and really bring Wade and Fred, yourself, and all you guys are treasures here. And I don't, at least from my standpoint and talking to Wade and a lot of the other guys, they never really embrace that at all. Which I think is silly. I mean, you guys are such a huge part of this community even today. I mean, my gosh, you're Hall of Famers, and this is I'm really excited because I know this group wants to do that. And if you played for them, and for all these guys, these local guys that have played for them are going to be part of this going forward. And I think that's a big part of it. Yeah, that'd be great, because we live here. We all live here. So I know. We're from here. And, not necessarily to coach a team or anything, but just help out in the community and, and get people to come. Represent the Rays. Represent. Yes. You'd like to do that. Absolutely. Yes, yeah. For sure. It'd be nice. Sure. It's kind of a no-brainer, actually. Yeah. So I would expect you're probably going to get a call from I know they listen to the show, so I'm sure you'll probably get a call. Me. Yeah, they call Tino, call Fred, call Wade. They're all waiting. Everybody's waiting. There's so many great guys that are here and have really kind of been ignored in that way. And I hope we can bring the whole family together in a beautiful translucent roof stadium right there at HCC. Yep. Sounds pretty good. That'd be great. Opening day, March 2029, April 2029. Hey, yeah. right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Yeah.
You know, right after we have the national championship game at Ray J.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Like
World
that.
Baseball Classic will happen in February. I've got the whole thing figured out.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Wow, I
got it
like
all
that.
figured out. Yeah, it's going to be a big year, 2029.
Yeah.
Stick around. All right. Well, once again, give us the information once again. I'm sorry we've been ignoring you, Ben.
No.
Saturday, 1 to 5, the Rally for Youth Pickleball, tbpickleballacademy.com or the
sportsclubtampabay.org.
that
You
one
can
as
get
well.
it there as well. And we're going to raise some money, get some awareness, get pickleball going in the high schools as well.
It's going to
Love
be
it.
great.
Well, guys, we could talk baseball all day. Maybe we'll get you in another hour. We'll do some more stuff.
Sure.
Appreciate it, Tino. And Eric, come on in here and say hello to everybody. There you are. Say hello. Your camera's right over there. So thank you all, guys, for doing this benefit. And I'll probably become a much more interested pickleball player from now on. Yeah, I need to come out. Can I come practice today and tomorrow? All right.
Hey,
You got a paddle for me? Okay.
But yeah, by the way, it's a great facility. If you haven't been there, period, it's awesome. Great place. It's a great place.
Bring him a box of bio.
Yeah,
I got. It's in my bag. It's in my bag.
A case of BioFreeze.
I got it in my bag. I got
Not a tube.
I got
It's
icy
like a
hot.
box.
I got icy hot. I got it all.
I need it all. Motrin, get some of that.
That too.
Yeah, because the facility itself. Take a moment to just talk a little bit about the facility.
Yeah.
It's how you guys have been in business a few months now. or
2.5 years.
2.5 years now.
Ben, somehow you convinced your dad to buy that warehouse.
Yeah, so
Period.
me and my brother, we had owned a pressure washing company before. We'd been pressure washing driveways since my brother was probably 14. I was 10 when I started helping him.
Nice.
And we're driving around one day and we were looking for different businesses to get into. We wanted to do something else, and we found this warehouse. We found the warehouse and we were like, what could we put in here? So we were like, I don't know. We went and looked at it, measured it out. Like, Grandma plays pickleball.
Grandma plays pickleball.
Maybe she'd pay to come play indoors.
Yeah.
She plays outdoors. And so, called my grandma up. We were like, well, Grandma, you think people would actually come play indoors and pay? Because it's outdoors mostly. People don't play indoors.
It's hot.
And it's hot. So talked to it, ran some numbers, went to our dad here, me and my brother, and we were like, we think this could work. It was New Year's Eve. And we are like, come down. We'll look at the warehouse.
And
So we went down there.
Dad didn't know anything about pickleball. Period.
No,
At all.
he-
Zero.
None of us
Except
had
your
ever
mom
played.
played.
No, none of us had ever played before. Was the best part.
Wow.
Grandma had played.
Wow.
But my grandma played, and so we trusted in Grandma.
All my friends are playing. Sure, it's a great idea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so went down there, measured it up, and it was like, what are we doing? We brought my mom with us. Mom was like, we are not opening a business in the flea market. Mom was pissed. She sat in the car, didn't even go in. We went on a trip the next week and started talking about it. And come I think end of February, we were signing a lease.
Signing a lease.
Convinced my mom had actually tore her rotator cuff and got surgery on Valentine's Day. My dad asked her, you okay if I do this on Valentine's Day?
Well,
when she got surgery.
Well, that's a great idea. She was heavily medicated. Yeah, that's an excellent strategy there. Very well done, Eric.
You
Yes.
know, and then we opened middle of April and went well. And we've been expanding ever since. So we now got a facility in Savannah, Georgia, 2 in Atlanta, 1 in Greenville, 1 out in Lakeland too. So
Awesome. Well, congratulations. I look forward to hanging out on Saturday and enjoying some indoor pickleball.
yeah, thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Thank
Tino,
you, JP.
appreciate it.
Thank you
man.
very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side and we'll talk a little Bucs football and USF as well. We are brought to you by the Jeeves Law Group, JEEVESLawgroup.com. They are local, they are trusted, and they get results. Go to the website, tell them JP sent you, and get your free case evaluation, JEEVESLawgroup.com. And the great folks at Genesis of Tampa. Remember, if you buy a new car, no payments until 2026, and we're taking all of your donations for Jamaican hurricane relief. So just bring them on over there, and the folks at Great Bull Rescue will fly all the stuff down there for you. Everything goes directly to the folks in Jamaica. You can also purchase those MREs on Amazon, have them shipped directly to Genesis of Tampa, 801 East Bears, and they will get them down to Jamaica for you. GenesisofTampa.com. Back in 3. Experience the art of driving at Genesis of Tampa, where luxury meets innovation and every detail is crafted for you. From the bold G70 to the refined GV80, Genesis delivers power, elegance, and technology years ahead of its time. Book service online, and our Genesis Experience advisors will pick you up and drop off your vehicle. If available, you can enjoy a courtesy car while yours gets a complimentary interior vacuum plus a generous offer for your trade. Every new Genesis comes with the Miracle Advantage Plan, 10 years or 250,000 miles of powertrain warranty and 4 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit us at 801 East Bears Avenue or online at genesisoftampa.com. Genesis of Tampa, luxury redefined. Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucs on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week, so go Noles. 813-877-7799 or go to italianoinsurance.com. JP here for Riveters, our new official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. And just like our show, no BS, no corporate chain feel, just amazing, authentic folks serving great comfort food in a casual atmosphere at unheard of prices. Riveters is located just south of Raymond James and Steinbrenner Field on Dale Mabry, walking distance to the park, so free parking, great place for pregame and postgame. Let's talk about fresh food. Nothing is frozen. Burgers, wings, prime rib, roasted fresh daily, never frozen. That makes a huge difference. The mahi, the salmon, also super fresh. All our sauces are original recipes made in-house. Our Warhawk chili and fully loaded potato soup is made fresh in-house. It's the best food anywhere, served by people who actually care. Riveters on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of where the Bucs and Rays play. We'll see you there. Are you looking to renovate your home, rebuild after the hurricanes, or build your dream home from scratch? Well, let me tell you about my friend Jason Fawcett and On-Site Construction. They have over 1,450 satisfied clients, 25 years of experience, over 500 designs, and a talented team of over 40 construction professionals. They believe building something exceptional begins by truly focusing on all the details, even the smallest ones. We understand that construction can be a daunting process, and we're here to make it as smooth and stress-free as possible. Quality is non-negotiable at On-Site Construction. We use the finest materials, employ the most skilled tradespeople, and adhere to the highest industry standards to deliver a product we're proud of and that you're going to love. Our project management is meticulous with a focus on completing projects on time and on budget. Your happiness is our primary driver. So give us a call at 813-579-5789 or check out our incredible website at onsiteconstructionfl.com. Are you having legal issues with a business partner or other legal business issues? The attorneys at Walters, Levine & DeGrave can help. Call 800-616-0384 for a free consultation. At Walters, Levine & DeGrave, we've redefined what a law firm can be with top-tier attorneys, personal service, and 26 years of success. From business law to civil litigation, we deliver smart, client-focused solutions. Walters, Levine & DeGrave recently won a $6.4 million jury verdict from a large real estate developer, and they can win for you too. Walters, Levine & DeGrave. Let's solve it together. Not attorney spokesman. For a free consultation, call 800-616-0384 or go to walterslevine.com. Offices Tampa, Sarasota.
Let's go. Right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show as we roll on this Thursday. Brought to you by the great folks at Riveters. You're going to pregame tonight for the USF game against UTSA. Come on down to Riveters. Party starts at 3 o'clock with happy hour. Actually, you could start earlier if you want. 3 to 7, though, is the happy hour where you get the great deals, $3 domestics, $5 wells. All the great appetizers and food items are on special. Get your buffalo chicken dip for just $8, folks, and a beer. I mean, come on. They got the hazy IPA there that they make right there. They have a sour that they make. The lager is beautiful. Riveters Tampa, they take great care with the food, great care with the service. It really matters to them. So head on over and please tell them JP sent you. If you're going to the USF game tonight, you can park there, go to Riveters, and just walk on over to the stadium. How cool is that?
It's pretty
bada
cool.
Bing, bada boom.
I'm jealous.
It's going to be a beautiful night, so it's not even going to be a hot walk. Well, it's gorgeous night for football. And by the way, we need to pack the place tonight, not only for a nice home field advantage for your USF Bulls, but just to continue the great momentum that's going on. Sports Center will be out at USF today, starting at 1:00. Go to the Marshall Center if you want to get on with the great folks over there with ESPN. Matt Barry's going to be they do all crazy contests and stuff. It's a fun time. It'll be great to showcase the campus over there, and then they'll be doing Sports Center live from Raymond James Stadium. So these Thursday night games are really, really great opportunities to showcase your program. I'm sure we'll see Derek Brooks on the air. I'm sure Rod Higgins will be over there on the air, and some of the great folks at USF. So it's a big night. It's a big night, and you might as well just jump on over. I know the Lightning are playing on TV a little bit later on, so might even time up. Like as soon as the USF game is over, the Lightning will start. I think they're a 10:00 puck drop at Vegas. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun night. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, Matt Berry, former DFW sports anchor here in Dallas.
True. What did we know about UTSA?
They're better than most people think they are.
Mr. Texas football. What do we know about UTSA?
They are better, JP, than most people think they are. They've got I can't remember the guys' names right now, but because I didn't prepare for this, but they've got a really good running back tandem because everybody's got tandems now,
Yeah. You better.
But yeah, one guy.
They put it on Tulane. The Roadrunners did. Where do they play? Do they play at the
Alamo Dome?
The Alamo Dome?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like, they did it backwards in San Antonio. So they built the Alamo Dome trying to draw an NFL team.
Right.
Back in the 90s. They couldn't get an NFL team. So then Dallas, the Cowboys, decided to have their off-season camp down there for a few years at the Alamo Dome. They did that. Then they started the Alamo Bowl game to fill the stadium. And then they decided, you know what? We need college football here. So UTSA, you've got a football team now. They went ahead and made the football team.
They started the football team after they built the stadium. Well, that's cool.
Way, way after. Yeah, the UTSA football program's really new.
Yeah. It's it feels a lot like USF in its infancy, to be quite honest.
Probably very, very similar.
You have a major metropolitan area, major schools in the outlying, smaller areas like Gainesville and Tallahassee, like A&M and Austin, Texas, although the Austin's not really a small city anymore. Pretty big city, but obviously Texas A&M out in the sticks. So, and then you have the major metropolitan areas that now have their own football teams with SMU and Dallas, TCU and Fort Worth and UTSA. We got North Texas. I mean, it's kind of very similar to the state of Florida, but this is an up and coming program, and that's a big win for them over Tulane. And I believe that was on a Thursday night as well, right? Last Thursday, I think it was. So
yeah, this program started in 2011. That was the first year of the program.
2011.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So they're just babies, but we need to. USF needs to put them on them tonight. We'll talk a little bit with Joey Johnston about this coming up here just a little bit. Let's get to the Bucs. So practice yesterday, we kind of got this at the tail end of the show yesterday. No Godwin, no Bucky Irving, no McMillan, no Hassan Reddick. None of the guys, well, I guess one guy and a pretty important guy, Luke Gedeke, is the only guy that's coming back after the bye, and we're not sure if he's going to play this week. So he's practicing this week, starting to ramp up his 21-day period where they have to activate him within that period, and it feels like he's going to be ready to go. Don't know if it's going to be this week, but soon, and that's going to be a tremendous help for this offensive line. Charlie Heck is the PFF grades what they are. One of the lowest rated. You just turn on the tape, and it's been a slog. There's no question about it.
Which we expected, right? We kind of expected that.
I mean, it is. He's a journeyman and hasn't been very good. But also the fact they lost Cody Mauch just to his left at right guard didn't help either. So it's not just Charlie Heck; it's the entire offensive line that's been dysfunctional since the beginning of the year, and it's really showed up in the last couple of games, especially against the Lions. So, this week against the Patriots is no let up. This is a highly physical team, obviously with Mike Vrabel, very good defensively. very well coached. They know exactly where the weaknesses are, and they're going to go after them. You know, we've been talking about this for weeks since the Lions game about how they spied Baker Mayfield and did not allow him to step up into the pocket and get outside and make those plays. The Saints, to a little lesser degree, did that, but still effective. And Baker was asked about his oblique injury and says, you know, it definitely hurts in certain situations. And, you know, I'm here to tell you that's not something that heals in 2 weeks. It doesn't. You know, I don't know the severity of it, but just in general, those things, oblique injuries, do not get better. And for a quarterback, unless you're doing complete rest for, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks. Same thing. I think Josh Lowe was out for 2.5 months or 2 months with an oblique injury. And that's, you know, for a baseball player, it's everything, but it's also the same for a football player and a quarterback, especially because you're twisting. It's the same motion with, you know, hips, upper torso, and delivering the football. That your oblique is all your power source and your lower body and your legs. So if you can't rip that ball and turn that and torque your upper body, you can't throw. And I think that's probably why we've seen the inaccuracies come from. Hopefully, you know, Baker's a quick healer and it gets better and it stays better, but I have my doubts. I have my doubts about that. So, you know, I hate to say this, but if this thing went totally south in the second half of the season because of these injuries, it wouldn't shock me. You know, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just being a realist. When you look at where the injuries are.
Now.
I'm being a realist. I mean, listen, if these guys come back, it's a totally different deal. I mean, injuries freaking matter. And when you get injuries to key people, they really freaking matter. And this is just not the same team. And, you know, Bucky is such a huge part of this offense. And he turns 3-yard carries into 25-yard carries and 60-yard carries. He turns 4-yard passing plays into 50-yard passing plays.
Yeah.
That's those explosive moments are the moments that win games in this league. So, yeah, am I concerned? Absolutely. 100%. Does it mean they're not going to win another game? No. It means that this is going to be a challenge. Every game is going to be a challenge down the stretch. And until they can get back to full strength or at least close to it, it's going to be. And every one of these games is going to be a 50-50 proposition. And it starts this week with the Patriots, who also have plenty of issues of their own from an injury standpoint. So let's remember that. They lost a couple of receivers this week. I believe they've got some defensive issues as well. So listen, we're not the Lone Rangers here, but it's a concern. There's no question. We would all love to have seen these guys back on the field after the bye. We all thought they'd be back after the bye, right? Evidently, the bye is this magical injury potion, but it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So, all right, fine. Strap it up, and let's see what we got. Let's coach around these injuries and go get a win on Sunday against the Patriots. That's all that matters. You don't have to look at the rest of the schedule, try to figure out the wins and losses. It's this week. And I know this sounds like coach speak, but it's this week. Figure out how to win this game this week. This defense has been excellent the past couple of weeks in turning the ball over and pressuring the quarterback and forcing mistakes. That's a winning edge, you know. And if you can play complementary football for a couple of weeks and let your defense carry you while the offense gets better and healthy, fine. That's how you stack wins. That's how you get to 12 and 13 wins in the number one seed. If your offense isn't going to be humming all the way through the season, or your defense, you got to figure it out week to week. It's a week to week league. And this week you got Luke Gedeke back, which should help the running game. So, and you've got, and this is also going to be an interesting study on Grizzard. What has he done in these 2 weeks in terms of self-scouting so we're going to see new wrinkles? I think, frankly, this is where Grizzard is a super smart guy. He's been in this game a long time. Given the opportunity to use that Ivy League brain, I think he's going to come up with some really good stuff. And I think we're going to see some different things offensively, and I think we're going to see a better result. Does that sound fair, Tim?
Yeah, that's all you can do. And look, every team is dealing with injuries this year. And I had somebody reach out to me, and it might have been somebody from this show. I can't remember. I do 1,000 shows, but asked me if I thought injuries we're having more injury issues this year than in recent years. And I don't think so. I think we've had more injuries across the league, like in the last 5 years. I think that's been pretty consistent, and I don't know why. But, I don't. Every team does their training regimen different. Every team prepares for the season differently for the most part. And I just think injuries are part of the game. The players are faster. The players are bigger. And your off-season routines are a lot, for lack of a better word, wussier than they used to be back in the day. Yeah. Guys aren't tough heading into the season. I don't think physically guys are prepared anymore in the NFL heading into the season because of all the CBA rules about, they've pussified, for lack of a better word, freaking training camp now in the offseason. So
I understand it. Yeah.
And I think that has more to do with it than anything, but every team is dealing with it. It's how your team manages it, how your team manages the positions that are hurt. And I think so far the Bucs have done an outstanding job. Jason Light's done an outstanding job. The coaching staff has done an outstanding job getting this team prepared with what they have to work with. Losing what you lost on the offensive line for as long as you've lost it, and you're 6-2. I mean, and I don't even care what somebody says, well, they haven't really played anybody. They're in a weak division. I don't give a crap what division they're in and who they played. The fact that you're 6-2 at this point of the season with what you've dealt with
wins or wins
is that's all that matters. And, if there's going to be a fall off at this point, throughout the rest of the season, of course, we hope not. I don't anticipate that, but anything is a possibility because there could be more injuries that we don't know about yet. In the next game, somebody could go down. You just don't know. And you just have to manage it the best you can.
So we'll see how this matches up this week. And, I do think it is a nice home field advantage. It's going to be a somewhat warm day, warm November day for the Patriots, who've probably been, enjoying their fall weather up there for quite some time. So might be a little bit of an advantage there. But for the Buccaneers, I think this is a game where you've got to get after Drake May. Do not allow him to sit back. Don't sit back in zone and let him pick you apart. He's obviously got a great feet. He can run. He presents a whole lot of challenge. And, I think the Bucs will be at their best getting after him and pressuring him. And you're going to give up some plays, but he's going to be down a few weapons and receivers. So that's going to be new for him. Force him into some mistakes and take advantage of it and get the running game going. I think for the Buccaneers, they really have to lean on their running game. Shorten this game a little bit. Let your defense eat a little bit like they've been doing, getting turnovers, and win a close game. Get the hell out of there and get to 7-2. And you just keep stacking wins like that each and every week, and you'll be fine by the end of the season. So, but I think it's obviously a pivotal time for this team. They have not played their best football the last few weeks, but they're getting wins, and that's all that matters. So we'll see what they get done this week. Let's get to some of the comments here. Speaking of negativity, by the way, Nathan Elliott wants to invite all of you to Lot 12. Just say you're a Peterman and you get free drinks and free food. And he's going to have a salute to service theme going on today like we have this week. Brian Ford hopefully will be able to join us next week. I haven't touched base with him. Hopefully we can get him on next week.
Does Nathan allow the word Peterman at his tailgate parties? Because he won't use it.
That's true. I forgot about that. I don't know. I think we should go over there and shower him with Petermans, and he has no choice. I think that's the play right there. Absolutely. All right, Bucs Basement is he's not having a good day.
No,
it's genuinely so insulting how Pewter Report and others try to gaslight the fan base by saying Light didn't need to make moves or that the team did the right by staying pat. Keep the same energy when Dennis blows coverages in pivotal moments in an important game. But, the future. Yeah, look at the Commanders' future. You never guaranteed anything in this league. So, look, Bucs Basement is pissed that they did nothing. Listen, and I'm not saying that argument is not without merit. We're going to find out. And we can sit here and say, they should have done this and they should have done that. We don't know what was offered. We don't know what the deals were. We don't know how injured these guys are. If Dennis continues to suck the rest of the season, we're going to say, why didn't we go get an inside linebacker? And I think that is valid criticism because I don't think the compensation, we don't know though. We don't know what the compensation was asked, but maybe, and we'll never know. We'll be able to say we should have made a move.
But to assume that Light didn't try and to criticize him for that is ridiculous.
Of course he did.
Yes. Would you rather Bucs Basement? Would you rather him have overpaid for somebody that's a rental player this year? I don't even know a name I can throw out there for you. Logan Wilson went to the Cowboys for a 7th-round draft pick. He wasn't even starting with the Bengals. He'd already lost his starting job to a rookie. Would you rather Jason Light have gone to the Bengals and offered a 2nd-round draft pick for Logan Wilson? Would you be happy then because he made a move? That's asinine and ridiculous. Get off of it. It's ridiculous. Come on, Bucs Basement. You're better. It's a dumb argument.
Yeah. Bantry says, Bucs Basement, were you at One Buck Place? Do you know what trades were explored and compensation other teams asked for? Easy to be an armchair GM. And that's where I fall on this. Listen, you got it without knowing the information, and we don't know the information. You have to trust Jason Light. Has he earned that trust? Without question. Without question. And also remember this, folks. This is not a black and white thing. It's a very gray area type of science, whether you should make moves or not. You're predicting, okay, this guy's going to come back and help us. You don't know that injury-wise. You might get re-injured. You can't know that. You can't know that unless you have a crystal ball. So what you do know is I'm going to have to give up a 2nd or a 3rd or a 1st or whatever. You know what the compensation is, but you don't know what. So you got to make your best guess. And with absent any of the information, I'm not going to sit here and criticize Jason Light just to criticize Jason Light. I see what the holes are. And if these holes continue to be gaping holes and they're a problem the rest of the season, then I think at the end of the season, it's fair to say we should have done something. But until we get the information, it's not fair, in my opinion. Nathan Elliott says, if any of these guys, Godwin, McMillan, Evans, Bucky, or Reddick, were full participation in practice, or if the Bucs knew when they were going to be 100%, they might have made a deal. That's another part of this. They may have just not done it because they feel like there's not enough healthy bodies here to win a Super Bowl. Richie P says, Tino, much love from West Tampa, Villazon. I don't know how to pronounce that. I probably butchered it. As you well know, Tampanos have been rooting for you from afar and are so proud to see anything you've accomplished. Absolutely. He is an absolute Tampa Bay treasure. Rick says, Tino, also Cuban Civic Club All-Star. Our parents knew how to party. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Rick adds, Stu, the anti-Steinbrenner. If Stu had your back, he's picking your pocket. Yes, Rick. Well done. Here's one from Mike H. Says, an article from the Big Lead says Baker might be highest paid NFL player in history. 4 years, $280 million, average $70 million per year. Yeah, I saw this. It's called clickbait. Anybody who jumped into that argument, it's just been on social media. Somebody posted, Baker's about to sign a $70 million contract, which is 100% not true. And I don't think he would take that money. He doesn't want that kind of everybody wants that kind of money. He's smart enough to know that he'll sign a team friendly deal to help them stay competitive.
And it's not going to be coming back
$25 million, but it's not going to be $70 million. Yeah, probably for sure. All right, we got to take a quick break. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side. Joey Johnston is ready to join us. Huge game tonight, USF versus UTSA at Ray J. Let's pack the place. And a salute to service game tonight. So quick break, back in 3 with Joey Johnston. The holidays are coming up, and the Golden Diamond Source wants to be your family jeweler. Discover the ultimate jewelry superstore with the largest selection of diamonds, engagement rings, and fine jewelry all under one roof. Don't wait any longer to find that one-of-a-kind perfect engagement ring for that special someone in your life. And as your relationship grows, so can your diamond with the Golden Diamond Source. Trade up at any time. You get 100% of its value when you come back to trade up. And why don't you get a head start on your holiday shopping? With the Golden Diamond Source's unbeatable low pricing and financing options, you can get 5 years, 0%, and make this holiday season truly memorable. The Golden Diamond Source takes pride in offering only natural diamonds formed over billions of years by the Earth's incredible forces. If it's real love, get a real diamond. Shop online anytime at goldanddiamond.com or stop by their showroom and tell them JP sent you at 3800 Almaton Road, always online at goldanddiamond.com. Welcome to Kingmakers, home of the JP Peterson Show studio and Tampa's premier business networking and social club for members only. By day, it's an exclusive, vibrant co-working space with a stylish conference room, focus rooms, a full production studio, and an in-house marketing team. And by night, Kingmakers transforms into a sports-centric social hub with a full sports bar, golf simulator, and exclusive events. For young entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals, it's the perfect place to work hard, play hard, and make big moves in Midtown Tampa. Close the deal, celebrate the win. Only at Kingmakers. Become a member today at kingmakerstampa.com. Your business, your club. JP here for the Jeeves Law Group and my man Scott Jeeves, who lives right here and has long been a highly respected member of our community. He's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Riverwalk. Jeeves Law Group is also a proud sponsor of our Grand Central District in St. Pete and has neighborhood events throughout the year. He has an office on Central Avenue in St. Pete and one on South Howard in Tampa. You can't get more local than that. So when you need an attorney, you're going to hire some huge firm that advertises all over the state or the one that supports your favorite sports show. It's the Jeeves Law Group. We're local, we're trusted, and we get results. For personal injury and personal attention, call us for a free case evaluation. That's 8889-JEEVES. That's 8889-JEEVES. With this record heat in Tampa Bay, you better have your AC unit running at peak efficiency. Third Generation Plumbing installs the best American standard AC units. Our split systems offer the highest efficiency available while reducing energy bills and maximizing comfort. That's why Third Generation Plumbing trusts American standard air conditioning, built to last, made to perform. Whether it's a new install or an emergency repair, our family-owned team brings 3 generations of trusted service to your home, now with the unmatched reliability of American standard. Plumbing or cooling, we've got Tampa covered. Call Third Generation Plumbing today, 813-961-8024, or go to thirdgenerationplumbing.com. And we also do AC.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the great folks at Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799. Get your insurance checkup for the new year. Let them do your auto insurance, your life insurance, your homeowner's insurance, flood insurance, all that stuff. Price it out. See if you can save some money. Might be able to save you thousands. They do all the work. You save all the money at ItalianoInsurance.com, 813-877-7799. All right, let's welcome in our good friend Joey Johnston, USF sideline reporter, longtime Tampa Tribune writer as well. What's up, Joey? How are you?
Hello, JP. Happy Thursday to you.
Oh, it's a big Thursday. Are you headed over to the party on campus?
Yeah, I'll be going over there in a little bit. The ESPN Sports Center on campus will be there from 2 to 3. So a lot of hype going on today for this game, and going to be, I think, a really fun game to watch tonight at 7:30.
JP, you good? We can't hear you.
You're lagging a little bit on it, so hopefully that I'm good.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can we hear?
Yeah,
Joey?
I can hear you.
We got everybody.
I think we're
Okay.
back.
All right.
All right. So let's set it up for tonight. Salute to service games. We're gonna have some really sweet uniforms, right? out there tonight?
Oh yeah,
I hope probably have a flyover or two. How about the festivities?
yep. All the military branches will be saluted. There'll be patriotism will be in the air. The USF Bulls will wear the helmets with the U in the American flag motif, and they'll also have the gloves with the American flag motif. So it will be a red, white, and blue kind of night. Always a great ceremony with everybody from McDill nearby, of course, and all the other branches represented. And it's interesting because there's many USF players that have some military ties. There's a couple of guys that have parents who are active military, and others who have all sorts of family members. The assistant special teams coach, Dave Gotch, was an Army veteran. Nobody knows his name as Dave Gotch. To USF, he's Army Dave. Everybody calls him Army Dave. And so he's another tie to this whole military angle. So it'll be a special night for sure.
That sounds good. And the infantry will be part of this. The ground game for UTSA is formidable. They've got a couple of running backs that are really, really good. So this Bulls rush defense and their pass defense are going to be tested tonight. UTSA is averaging, I think, almost 38 points a game. USF 40 points a game. So the over-under is 68.5. I'm going over in this one. I think we're going to have a bit of a shootout tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, over for sure. It looks like a 45-35 kind of game to me. I think USF will win it, but it's going to be high scoring. And yeah, I watched last week when UTSA played Tulane on ESPN and knew about Robert Henry, the big running back. But man, I was more impressed with Owen McCown, the quarterback, and that's McCown. That's the son of Josh McCown, who we remember with the Bucs back in the day. This is a left-hander, incredibly accurate. He's got the running game as an option. He's really smart. He knows where to throw the ball, doesn't make a lot of mistakes. Last week, he was 31 of 33, for crying out loud. So the Bulls' pass defense is going to be very, very stretched tonight. They've got good receivers. I mean, for the life of me, after watching that game, I don't understand why UTSA is 4-4, because they looked awful scary. So they're going to score some points. So the Bulls' defense will be challenged.
I was thinking the same thing, Joey. I'm like, how in the hell did these guys lose 4 games with the talent that they have? Is it something that's maybe clicked later on in the season? Did they get some players back? What's going on?
I think so, and I think they played a difficult non-conference schedule in the beginning, and they lost a close one. You know, just one of these things that that shoot you in the foot, and then but we see it all the time. These teams that we're not thinking about that play great in November. And UTSA could be one of those teams. So, the conventional thinking the last few weeks for USF has been, oh my gosh, that road game at Navy, that's going to be the one to circle, and it still is. But man, you cannot overlook this UTSA thing tonight. If that bites you, then you got a big problem. So you can't. I don't think they will overlook it. I mean, I think the Roadrunners, great nickname by the way, the Roadrunners. They got USF's attention. So. UTSA is a good program. I mean, USF went there a couple of years ago, and when they were rolling with Frank Harris at quarterback and Jeff Traylor, the head coach, and the staff is pretty much intact. I mean, I think they're always going to be pretty consistent. They took a little downturn this year, but look like they're on their way back. So really big challenge. I think an entertaining game to watch tonight for USF.
Yeah, the Roadrunners lost. The Roadrunners lost the first game of the season to the Texas A&M Aggies, so they started off strong schedule-wise.
Oh, yeah.
And then they started the season 0-2. They had a loss to Texas State, which is a big rival of theirs here locally. And then they've crawled out of that now, winning 4 of their last 6. So I really like the air game. You mentioned McCown. He's got 17 touchdowns to just 4 picks on the season, almost 1,700 yards this year. And I haven't watched a ton of USF football other than here at North Texas and a few games on TV. And you mentioned the secondary getting stretched. Do they have anything that they can do to stop McCown?
Well, you want to try to get pressure on them if you can. And USF's had some success at that. It's also a way to get burned against a smart quarterback. Mm-hmm. So you got to be smart as to when you bring that pressure. So it's kind of you're playing with fire here because this guy's not going to throw it away or throw it in a bad place. So they got to be really judicious as to when they try to get after Owen McCown. And complicating things is that running game you can't overlook that. So it's a tough team to prepare for. I think it's just one of those games where if you get a possession, you better score on it, or you better do something on it, because it's going to come back and bite you. Because this is a game where like one or two stops could decide it, I think.
Yeah, and USF's defense for the first time didn't get a turnover against Memphis, and obviously that was a tough loss. And the 2 weeks that have gone by since, what's the sense of what's going on over there at the practice field? Obviously, that was disappointing, but you bounce right back. You still have an opportunity. If they win out, they're going to get into the conference championship game, right, and still have a chance to get into the playoff.
By all accounts, it looks like that's what's going to happen if USF goes 4-0 in November. Obviously a costly loss at Memphis, not only on the records, but the whole perception. The national ranking is gone. It may not come back. I don't know. It's going to be tough to get back in there. And also, you might have seen the other night, ESPN had their college football show where they're breaking down the rankings, and USF would have been part of that. They weren't even mentioned. So it's kind of a hit to the national perception that loss took away. But on the other hand, maybe it makes them hungry. Maybe it makes them mad and determined to get this thing done in November. Bottom line, it only matters if you can get into that title game, and that's what they're after. And they still, despite the loss against Memphis, they have a clear road to get that done. They'll be watching tomorrow night. Memphis plays Tulane, another interesting game. But if USF just takes care of its business, it should get in there. And maybe if the right things fall, maybe the game comes to Ray J. Probably not going to happen, but it could. So we'll have to wait and see. But again, you start these scenarios, you got to go back to UTSA. That's all you got to think about right now.
That's right. For them, it's just UTSA. And for us, we can talk about all these other machinations. So would you like to explain to our audience? Would you like to explain to our audience how the tiebreaker works? They have 7 teams with 1 loss.
Oh.
How the hell is this
Lord
going to work
mercy.
out, partner?
This is one of the crazy things about modern college football. And then you have the 17-team ACC with the same thing, with nobody playing anybody. And it's just bizarre. It's really not fair if you want to know the truth, but there's really no way to do it. Obviously, the first thing you look at, if you get a head-to-head, that's going to have value. So it's probably in USF's best interest for Memphis to lose again, and maybe again after that. That would probably help them. They don't play Tulane. They can take care of a head-to-head with Navy. They have one over North Texas. So all these things are lining up. But if you get into a 3-way tie with 1 loss, I don't want to go there yet, JP. It's a little too complicated for my brain. But there's a lot of craziness going on. I just want. Yeah, it probably is. It probably is. The other thing would be, is there somebody out there that's going to pull an upset that we're not looking for? Is East Carolina going to beat somebody? Something like that. And those things usually happen in leagues where, you think you have it all figured out, and then some crazy result comes down the pike to mess the whole thing up. So, Memphis Tulane will be fascinating tomorrow. Tonight will be interesting. That'll clear it up a little bit. And then Navy, of course, plays at Notre Dame. We don't expect Navy to win that game. So Navy will come into USF with 2 straight losses, and we don't know what the weather's going to be in Annapolis next week. So that'll be a fascination for next week. So there's a lot of bells and whistles here to consider for USF. But I guess the good news is they're in it. They're squarely in it. And if they do their business, they'll be in the title game. So that's the positive news.
All right, so let's sell some tickets for tonight here, partner. 7:30 game. Tickets are cheap. I know people got into the last one for like $20. Go on TickPick or go on the USF website, wherever you want to go. Tickets are cheap, so we've established that. It's going to be a beautiful night. I mean, weather-wise, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. The pageantry of salute to service is going to be incredible. You got college football. You got a team that scores 40 points a game. This game's probably going to feature 75 points a game. What else can we do for the folks? I mean, is there anything else?
I think you laid it out good. You laid it out good. I think everything from under the lights to the military pageantry to the quality of the game itself. I realize people got to get up and go to work and all that kind of thing. But if you want to get out tonight, a good place to be is Raymond James Stadium. It'll be entertaining. It'll be patriotic, and I think it'll be well worth your time.
I totally agree. All right, Joey, we'll be keeping an eye on your social media, and I'm sure you'll give us some picks and stuff from what's going on. You can just turn on the TV and watch it on SportsCenter as well, because USF is going to be featured. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, Joey, thanks, partner. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
See you tonight. You got it. I'm excited about this game, Timmy. I'm excited about this game. I want to watch some college football. I want to watch a lot of points being scored, and we're going to get all that tonight. We're going to get all that tonight. And the
how do we feel about Thursday night college football?
So
I don't know if I'm sold on the Thursday night college football stuff yet.
I love it.
And we have NFL.
I love, because college football has so many games and who cares? Thursday night NFL football. Ooh, man. Wow. It's like burnt chicken wings, man. It's just like burnt dried chicken wings. Normally it's good, but not on Thursday night. I mean, it's usually not. I don't even know who's playing now. Who we got tonight?
Broncos.
NFL Thursday night prime football. Yeah.
Broncos and Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders will really be. They'll keep it close. That's what the NFL does. Yeah, we'll all go over on our Brock Bowers. I think it's 68 yards, or it was earlier today.
Yeah.
For his yardage, I'll go over him. Bo Nix, I think, is at 210 for tonight yards against that Raiders defense. I think I'm going over on that one. And what's the spread? Let me guess the spread. I'll say 7.5. Broncos 7.5.
Really? You think that's it?
Mm-hmm.
Your spread is 8.5. Broncos by 8.5.
8.5.
Over under at 42.5.
I don't think the Raiders score much at all. Yeah, I think this is a 27-3 game. 27-10, maybe. Yeah.
I'm sniffing out an upset tonight. I'm going Raiders.
The game?
Denver.
Is it on the Strip or is it in Denver?
It's in Denver.
Oh, it's in Denver? Yeah, the Raiders don't play outside or at altitude. Yeah.
Or ever.
I think or ever. I think this is a get well game for them. Is the owner going to be there?
No.
Brady going to be there?
With his hot girlfriend.
His
that owner.
dog.
I thought you meant Mark.
Mark with his girl that
he's got a hot girlfriend
that did. Yeah, the stripper girlfriend that didn't know he owned a team when they got together.
Right. Yeah. Just like all my girlfriends don't know I do radio. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Rick says Oldsmar party. That's my hood after party at my house. Okay, Rick. You think Rick's probably got a nice 4-3 on the golf course, East Lake Golf Course up there, with a pool, nice pool backyard, little outdoor kitchen, nice great room with a bunch of TVs. I think that's what I'm going with.
All right.
That's what. Hey, Rick, is that close? Is that close? Let me know. What else we got here in the comments? Pickleball tournament after the Rays game. Yeah. I think there'll probably be there's a bunch of pickleball courts right over there at HCC, like tons of I think there's like 20 of them. So if they're smart, they'll build an indoor pickleball facility as part of their big to-do over there. Come on, guys, I know you're listening. Make sure you have
I wish I knew what the hell pickleball was. I don't even know what that is. I don't want to sound
You've
like
never
an idiot,
played? Obviously,
I don't
you've
know
never
what
played.
it is.
You don't even know what it is?
Is it like tennis?
You've never seen it played?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very similar to tennis, but it's played with a short paddle, and kind of a more of a wiffle ball, kind of more of like a wiffle ball type of a ball. And it's about half the size of a court, very similar to a in look to a tennis court, but about half the size. There's a net, and there's a little area that you can't step into. And so
you guys were talking with Tino, and I was like,
I was like
Googling what the F is pickleball. no idea.
Yeah, you really don't know?
Apparently old people play it, I guess, according to what I saw. It's for old people.
Yeah, a lot of. Yeah, but now it's, like I said, it's taken over the world. David Terry says, JP, all these games are a challenge with all our injuries up to this point. We figured it out. So stay positive and let the play out. We got this. Yeah, I mean, that's all you can do, right? William Madden says, could it be more injuries because preseason is shorter? Yeah, I think it's not only preseason, but they don't put on, they're only allowed to do pads 18 days during the regular season, like once a week. So, yeah.
Ridiculous.
James says, I think Baker will be the reason Bucs go on a run. He's playing, so that's enough for me. Well, I hope if he can get healthy, it's just a matter of the severity of the oblique and then the re-injury of the oblique. That's the other part. Nathan Elliott says, no Butte. When the Patriots have no Butte, and they have maybe not have Christian Gonzalez. So, yeah, if you got no Butte, then where are you?
Yeah.
Greg DeCruz, good morning to you. From Costa Rica, says, I'll be at the 3-game homestand starting November 30th. I'm calling it the Tampa trifecta. Here's hoping that Bucky and Godwin are back by then. Yes. Nathan says, free beer, free food, drinks, shots. Yes. All at the tailgate, not the pickleball tournament.
Right.
We will have some food, and I think we'll have some free food and drinks over there. Not alcoholic, though. So come on over. Say hello. What else we got here? Loving to include you guys in all of our conversations. And if Baker is really hurting, then they may be playing the long ball game and chucking 2025 to an unlucky year. Lots of holes to fill, says Greg DeCruz.
Can't do that at 6-2.
What do you think about that? Well, then, but he didn't make any moves.
But we don't know if he tried.
It's one. We know that he tried. Of course, he tried.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. Again, it's like we would love to sit here and yell and scream about them not making a move and get clicks and everybody tune in, and I can cuss and I can do all those things. But I mean, I don't feel comfortable doing that because we don't have the information. We just don't. More Right Rudder, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Says Bucky or CG going this week? No. I don't see either one playing this week. But thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. All right, we'll take a break and we'll come back on the other side and get into a little bit more college football talk, not just USF. Florida State is the little game this week against Clemson. So we'll get into a little bit of that and any other questions you guys have for us Buccaneers-wise, we'll do that as well. We are brought to you by the great folks at Don'tGoUncovered.com. That is the website, folks, Don'tGoUncovered.com. Go there and get the information on your health insurance. We know that as far as the subsidies and Obamacare, it's kind of up in the air right now, but what you need to do is go on there and chat with the customer service representative. They'll tell you what the options are. Bring a little bit of your financial information. They'll tell you if they can get a subsidy for you. They know all the loopholes, how all that stuff works. So just let them do all the work. You can find out if you can get good health coverage for less money. I've been working with them for 5 years, folks. They've saved me thousands of dollars in health insurance. Don'tGoUncovered.com. Great folks over there. Tell them JP sent you when you call. Back in 3. JP here for Riveters, the official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. We're located just south of Ray J and Steinbrenner Field, so it's a great pre- and post-game spot, and the happy hour is amazing. Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Check out these specials. $3 Bud Light drafts, $4 domestic bottles, $5 wells, $6 premium wells, $6 cocktails like margaritas. It's unheard of. And the Riveters food is freshly made daily. No freezers. Happy hour food specials include $3.50 tacos and barbecue sliders. $6 you get edamame or chips with the beer cheese, which is amazing. $8 buffalo chicken dip, my favorite. The truffle fries, chili cheese fries, also $8 at happy hour. as well as other specials throughout the week, including Taco Tuesdays, you get $3 tacos, and Wing Wednesdays, 7 o'clock to 1 a.m. in the morning, you get our amazing wings, 5 for $5 and $5 wells and wines. That's a good Wednesday night. So if you're tired of the preppy, overpriced, generic sports bars, come see the amazing, friendly bartenders and staff at Riveters, where customer service really matters. Riveters, just south of where the Rays and Bucs play. We'll see you there. Experience the art of driving at Genesis of Tampa, where luxury meets innovation and every detail is crafted for you. From the bold G70 to the refined GV80, Genesis delivers power, elegance, and technology years ahead of its time. Book service online, and our Genesis Experience Advisors will pick you up and drop off your vehicle. If available, you can enjoy a courtesy car while yours gets a complimentary interior vacuum plus a generous offer for your trade. Every new Genesis comes with the Miracle Advantage Plan, 10 years or 250,000 miles of powertrain warranty and 4 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit us at 801 East Bears Avenue or online at genesisoftampa.com. Genesis of Tampa, luxury redefined. Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucs on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week, so go Noles. 813-877-7799 or go to italianoinsurance.com. JP here for my friend Jason Fawcett, owner of On-Site Construction. They do residential and commercial renovations and new construction. As a leading home builder and general contractor, On-Site Construction prides itself on transforming homes through superior craftsmanship, dedication to client vision, and an unmatched commitment to quality and service. It's about building relationships. We take the time to understand our clients' needs, preferences, and budgets so that we can deliver a personalized experience tailored to their unique vision. From the initial designs to the final touches, we're there every step of the way, ensuring that the end result mirrors your vision. Here are some testimonials from happy customers. G. Gibson says, no hidden costs, very honest, reliable, creative, and communicates well. Reasonable and fair with their pricing, no hidden costs. C. Smith said, did not disappoint. I'm very happy with the work. This company really cares and will take care of it. So if you're just thinking about building or renovating, give us a call and let's see what's possible. 813-579-5789 or check out our website at onsiteconstructionfl.com. Are you having legal issues with a business partner or other legal business issues? The attorneys at Walters, Levine, and DeGrave can help. Call 800-616-0384 for a free consultation. At Walters, Levine, and DeGrave, we've redefined what a law firm can be with top-tier attorneys, personal service, and 26 years of success. From business law to civil litigation, we deliver smart, client-focused solutions. Walters, Levine, and DeGrave recently won a $6.4 million jury verdict from a large real estate developer, and they can win for you too. Walters, Levine, and DeGrave. Let's solve it together. Not attorney spokesman. For a free consultation, call 800-616-0384 or go to walterslevine.com. Offices Tampa, Sarasota.
Let's go. Right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show as we roll on this Thursday, brought to you by the Gold and Diamond Source. Hey, holiday shopping. That's right. You better get started. Better to do it now than when it really gets crazy, right? And you get some great deals right now over at the Gold and Diamond Source. They have a absolutely incredible selection. If you've never been there, folks, it's huge. It's all under one roof, obviously. You just stroll up, you park right next to the store. You don't have to walk all the way from the mall parking lot, none of that stuff. You enter into a beautiful, beautiful facility that has a great men's department, by the way. If you're looking for one of those baller watches or anything in the men's genre, a lot of men wearing jewelry these days. I highly recommend it. And then, of course, if you're looking for that diamond, get a real diamond, not a fake diamond, folks. A real diamond. Don't start your relationship with a fake diamond. Bad idea. All at the Gold and Diamond Source, 3800 Almerton Road. Keep it local. Keep it local this holiday season. All right. Tell me, you want to talk a little college football here? We can do that. Florida State heading to Clemson this weekend to take on a Clemson Tiger team that can't seem to win at home. I don't know if Timmy's left us or not. I think he might have. Turn down that music. Sorry about that. It doesn't work on my end. Anyway, all right, we'll plow right on through. Florida State taking on Clemson this weekend. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Dabo Swinney, trying to find this nice little soundbite here. Dabo Swinney went on a roll, ripping the officials for some questionable calls. Let's just say questionable call. All right, get the music over. Oh, it's on a loop. Great. Stand by, folks. Stand by, folks. All right, we'll just plow on through. Timmy gets back. Apologize, folks, for producing on the air. It's live production, folks. This is how it works sometimes. We apologize. Anyway, Florida State going on the road against Clemson. And, all right, I can't do it. We're going to have to go to a break, folks. We'll be right back here in just a few seconds, and then we'll be plowing all the way through. JP here for Riveters, our new official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. And just like our show, no BS, no corporate chain feel, just amazing, authentic folks serving great comfort food in a casual atmosphere at unheard of prices. Riveters is located just south of Raymond James and Steinbrenner Field on Dale Mabry, walking distance to the park, so free parking, great place for pregame and postgame. Let's talk about fresh food. Nothing is frozen. Burgers, wings, prime rib, roasted fresh daily, never frozen. That makes a huge difference. The mahi, the salmon, also super fresh. All our sauces are original recipes made in-house. Our Warhawk chili and fully loaded potato soup is made fresh in-house. It's the best food anywhere, served by people who actually care. Riveters on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of where the Bucs and Rays play. We'll see you there. The holidays are coming up, and the Golden Diamond Source wants to be your family jeweler. Discover the ultimate jewelry superstore with the largest selection of diamonds, engagement rings, and fine jewelry all under one roof. Don't wait any longer to find that one-of-a-kind perfect engagement ring for that special someone in your life. And as your relationship grows, so can your diamond with the Golden Diamond Source. Trade up at any time. You get 100% of its value when you come back to trade up. And why don't you get a head start on your holiday shopping? With the Golden Diamond Source's unbeatable low pricing and financing options, you can get 5 years, 0%, and make this holiday season truly memorable. The Golden Diamond Source takes pride in offering only natural diamonds formed over billions of years by the Earth's incredible forces. If it's real love, get a real diamond. Shop online anytime at goldendiamond.com or stop by their showroom and tell them JP sent you at 3800 Almaton Road, always online at goldendiamond.com. Welcome to Kingmakers, home of the JP Peterson Show studio and Tampa's premier business networking and social club for members only. By day, it's an exclusive, vibrant co-working space with a stylish conference room, focus rooms, a full production studio, and an in-house marketing team. And by night, Kingmakers transforms into a sports-centric social hub with a full sports bar, golf simulator, and exclusive events. For young entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals, it's the perfect place to work hard, play hard, and make big moves in Midtown Tampa. Close the deal, celebrate the win. Only at Kingmakers. Become a member today at kingmakerstampa.com. Your business, your club. JP here for the Jeeves Law Group and my man, Scott Jeeves. If you're going to hire an attorney, do you want some guy looking for a quick settlement and a quick buck, or do you want an attorney with some chops? Scott is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator. Been practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. He is a peer-reviewed AV preeminent-rated civil trial lawyer. They just don't hand out those classifications. He's been the lead class action counsel on many complex consumer protection cases and has handled hundreds of serious personal injury cases. He's dedicated his career to protecting injured victims and is committed to vigorously representing you. We're local, we're trusted, and we get results. Personal injury and personal attention. Call for a free case evaluation. That's 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. The Jeeves Law Group. With this record heat in Tampa Bay, you better have your AC unit running at peak efficiency. Third Generation Plumbing installs the best American standard AC units. Our split systems offer the highest efficiency available while reducing energy bills and maximizing comfort. That's why Third Generation Plumbing trusts American standard air conditioning, built to last, made to perform. Whether it's a new install or an emergency repair, our family-owned team brings 3 generations of trusted service to your home, now with the unmatched reliability of American Standard. Plumbing or cooling, we've got Tampa covered. Call Third Generation Plumbing today, 813-961-8024, or go to thirdgenerationplumbing.com. And we also do AC.
Let's go. Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
The JP Peterson Show. I think we got it right now. Timothy was so impressed with our pickleball conversation that we had earlier that he ran out in the middle of the show to purchase a new pickleball for him and the kids, and left us with the music on loop. So
I sure did. My apologies. It was my fault. It's all my fault.
We apologize to the 2,761 people that are viewing this show right now. We had but thank you for our sponsors, and hopefully you know all of them now, and we appreciate you being here.
Now go buy a car.
All right. And now, I hate to kind of transition to this, but it is a kind of a breaking news story that you were writing this morning on a Dallas Cowboy youngster that has passed away. Tell us a little bit about that story, if you would. You can
breaking about 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern. The Dallas Cowboys announced the passing of defensive end Marshawn Kneeland, who was in his second year. He was a second-round draft pick, or third year. Second from 2024, and just kind of finding his way. His mother passed away suddenly the week of the draft. So he was dealing with that, and he paid tribute to her during the draft. And, his first full season here with the Cowboys, wearing her name on his shoes and, whatever, how the players honor their family members like that. Dak's been doing that with his mom that passed away of cancer when he was in college for a while. Details very sketchy. He's had some issues that weren't very public, but we, knew about it covering the team with, mental illness and some health crises. But we have kind of more information that I cannot disclose on the air right now because we've been asked not to, but it is tragic is all I will say. So the Cowboys dealing with that during their off week. Does that make it better? Probably not. You don't have to focus on a game, but now, you can players and his friends of his, and he was very loved on the team. Players can, deal with this rather than having to focus on a game coming up in a couple of days. So, maybe that's better, but just tragic. 24 years old, JP, just tragic news coming out of the Star this morning. So thoughts and prayers with his family, his girlfriend Constantina, and just everybody, in the Dallas Cowboys and the NFL organization.
Yeah, that's just terrible to hear. We've seen a lot of Buccaneers pass recently with Doug Martin, and it's tough for a lot of these youngsters when they get into the limelight, and some of them just can't handle it. I've covered players like this in my time, and we just think kids are so gifted athletically, and they're coming up through the ranks, and everybody's telling them how great they are, and boy, you can throw a football country mile and all this. And maybe, they don't want to play football. Maybe they're just introverted and don't really like the limelight and don't like the pressure all of it. And that's okay.
Look at Randy Gregory.
And some of them just can't. Yeah. I ran into Josh Freeman the other day, the former Buccaneers quarterback. And I always got a sense that he was kind of that way. Nice guy, super nice kid. uber talented. I mean, 6'5", just cannon for an arm, great athlete. Maybe he just didn't want to play football, but everybody made him play football. I mean, I'm just guessing, but we sit there and go, wow, this dude's a can't miss. He's a can't miss. How can you not want to do this? And, some people just aren't wired that way. And then you feel like you're letting everybody down and all this, and it's just, maybe you just don't want to do it. Maybe you just want to just kind of be hang to yourself and hang with your friends and not deal with all that pressure, because it's incredible. And this day in the social media age, man, if I'm an athlete, I don't know why you'd even be on social media, because these idiots that are out there. It's tough. So,
and you deal with this with people in the public eye. It's not just athletes. It can be musicians who strike it big at a very young age and aren't used to the limelight, or who don't like the publicity and they want to live private lives, and you just can't. When your name's in the news, with whether you're a professional athlete, especially for the Dallas Cowboys, one of the most highest profile sports teams in the world, or a musician, you get dragged through the mud. And I'm not saying that was the case with Marshawn. He started in 18 games here over the past couple of seasons, with, I think, 4 starts is all, but he was up and coming. He scored his first NFL touchdown this past Sunday on a blocked punt touchdown. So his arrow was certainly trending up, for a career, but you deal with these demons, and you never know what people are going through. And it's, when you hear about it, it just brings sort of the rest of the issues in the world kind of into perspective, and sports and all of that. It's a mess.
It is indeed. I want to get to a couple other stories here. We don't never get a chance to talk about. First and foremost, Chris Lotfula, good friend of the program, Pinellas County commissioner, has been going through some really, really tough health problems, and had a situation about a month and a half ago where one of his major arteries ruptured, and he had to be rushed to the hospital, was in Shands Hospital for almost a month, and came close to dying multiple times. He's back at work, and should, the doctors say, live a regular life. So he's recovered, but just 4 different surgeries he had to have. It's a rare condition called dissection. And anyway, we've been chatting with him a little bit offline, and we wish him the best, and hopefully we'll get him back on the program soon. And as all the race stuff moves forward, and so thoughts and prayers out there. Our good friend Chris Lotfula, hopefully you're watching, my friend, and get well soon. Speaking of the Trop, have you seen some of these videos? We've reposted them of the guys working on the roof. It's pretty cool stuff. That's pretty cool stuff. And it's like, you see these panels, there's huge fabric panels, and they're, pulling them taut with these cables that they have up there and putting them all up. It's kind of like elementary construction almost, but it's fascinating that they're doing it at, these huge heights, and, just walking around on top of the roof stanchions. It's pretty interesting stuff, but it's almost all completed and should be on target to be. And I think they said all the roof panels will be on by late November, early December. And it looks like everything's happening. And then they go to work on the inside, and should be ready for opening day. The new pop-up store is open right across. They had a big to-do this weekend, bringing in Ryan Pepio. If you listen to the Orestes Estrada show, we did a kind of a segment on that, worked for the Rays and under the former regime for many, many years. And one of the things he talks about is really their lack of community outreach in a ways that other teams do it around baseball, and certainly around this part as well. And looks forward to that being a big difference. And I think it will be. Ken Babby, who's the new CEO, mentioned the community, I think 6 to 8 times in the press conference. And I know he wants to get the players out into the community and get, do that grassroots marketing that the other regime never really did to any, effect. So look forward to that. And we had Tino Martinez in here earlier, who played for the Rays back in 2004. And, he talked a little bit about bringing all those guys back into the fold. I think you'll see a great effort for that. And really you'll get a sense of really homegrown Tampa Bay baseball which is something that the Rays, I don't think, have really tapped into as well as they could in terms of bringing back the alumni and whatnot. So looking forward to that as well. All right, college football, my friend. This weekend, Florida State will be going on the road to Clemson, and they can't seem to win a home game. And Dabo wants to blame all the officials. He went on a rant this week. That's probably going to cost him a couple $100,000, which is just rich because I was actually watching. I went back and watched some Florida State, a little bit of the Stanford game, which turns my stomach. And there were, we talked about this before, but there were 2 calls late in that game by the linesman on the near side that were key calls in the game. At the end of the game would have been a tying touchdown that he marked a full yard short of the end zone when clearly the guy was laying on the touchdown line with the ball. They didn't have an angle to overturn it. So and there was another call earlier in the fourth quarter where Castellanos was reaching for the first down, and the far side judge came in and marked it as a first down, and the near side judge marked it a full yard short of that. The same guy, and he won out on both of those. They have two linesmen, right? And they come together and they decide who's going to, and usually they're pretty close. These weren't even close. They were literally a yard apart. And the near side linesman won both of those arguments, I guess, that they have in between. And he was clearly not even close. So, and Dabo's rant was about, it's just the inconsistency and inaccuracy in so many huge calls in these games. Those 2 calls certainly turned that game. Not that Florida State needs to be futzing around with Stanford at all. But when you leave it up to the refs, especially in the ACC, they're going to screw you. But they've typically done that to the big hitters in the game, the ones that sued them, Clemson and ACC. So Clemson and FSU. So were they going to bring in an SEC crew this week? So neither one of these teams get screwed. And it'll be interesting to see.
Isn't it odd that the league with the most transparent officiating and replay and all of that is the one with the biggest, I guess, miscue? That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, because it's transparent, so you see it and you hear it and you hear what they're talking. Although in the Florida State game, in the Florida State Stanford game, it was so late that the ACC didn't have the transparency thing going because there was nobody in the video replay booth in Charlotte because I guess they don't staff it late at night. So you would hear the two, the conversation. What the hell are we doing? What the hell are we doing? Yeah. So we got Florida State at Clemson, 7:00, and that's an ACC network game. No, normally that would be a primetime ESPN game. The ACC is the one who scheduled the conference. So this is your 2 biggest draws in a night game at Clemson. And ESPN didn't want the game? You're going to put it on the ACC network? Okay. All right. Whatever shenanigans going on there. Not that these 2 teams deserve necessarily the spotlight, but there will be a lot of viewers. So I don't know how you go about deciding these things because both of these fan bases have huge, viewership every time they play. But it'll be interesting because Florida State now comes off a 42-7 win over Wake Forest, and the score is certainly not as close as that game was. And again, we talked a little bit about this earlier in the week, Timmy. All the Florida State players came out after the game and made a point to talk about how great Mike Norvell is and how much they love him. It seemed very contrived to me.
I don't know.
Really?
I would expect that. Yeah.
Man, and I'm completely open-minded here to me being completely jaded about this and always thinking that there's, something more behind it. I thought it was interesting. I've never heard these players talk about Mike Norvell throughout this whole process in a glowing way. It just hasn't been part of the conversation as you hear other teams talk about their head coach, right? I just haven't really heard that. And then, Mike obviously is embattled. His seat is very, very hot. Maybe they thought finally won a game. It was that time to talk about their head coach. So I guess I can see that in a way. I guess you're not going to talk about how much you love your head coach when you've just screwed up a game at Stanford. I don't know, but I don't know. It seemed a little contrived to me. Maybe we should just take it at face value that they love their coach, but I still can't see. I still can't see them sticking with Mike Norvell. You know, it was really interesting. So, the woman that invented the Spanx, you know, the Spanx bodysuits and all that stuff. She's ridiculously wealthy and is a brilliant businesswoman. She's a Florida State alum. And they invited her to the game last week. And she posted all this stuff about having such a great time. Oh, we got into the locker room. Oh, they brought us down on the field. Oh, they did all this stuff and reaching out. And of course, my smart ass was like, hey, you don't happen to have $53.9 million laying around, do you? Which is a buyout for Mike Norvell.
Buyout, yeah.
And I'm like, is this what it's come to now? We have to wine and dine. And not that they have to. I mean, I can't believe they haven't done an outreach for her earlier than this. Like, who dropped the ball on that? I would be, make sure that she's been involved in a lot of different things because she's a huge Florida State fan and obviously very successful in business. I mean, these are the type of, kind of celebrity billionaires. I don't know if she's a billionaire, but she might be, that you would want to reach out to. So, had everybody buzzing, but everybody going, wow, yeah, maybe we should have done this a lot earlier. But welcome back to the fold. And maybe she's the one they're asking for the buyout for Mike Norvell.
Hey, it's in charge of that $7-8
million a year. You would have the alumni relations. I mean, but this should be done at the highest level.
Yeah.
If
you're going to smooth somebody out of $53 million, you need somebody that knows what they're doing to smooth them pretty well.
Yeah. And to just like, oh, hey, by the way, we got to have a buyout for a coach. We wanted to reach out to you. It's been a while. I don't know.
How come I didn't hear from you when the football team was winning?
All right. When we were 13-0, where was the invite then? Michael LaRue says FSU insiders have railed on the ACC officiating on top of how the conference is run. They constantly talk about how the ACC is not a serious conference. It's true. It's true. And it's certainly not serious when it comes to football. A lot of this, the old saying for the SEC is it just means more. Yeah. Well, it's true. In terms of investment in their college football coaches and in their programs, their facilities. I mean, the atmospheres at SEC games and facilities are just way better. And that's a function of money. It's, what comes first, the chicken or the egg. But, FSU has been railing on this for a long, long time. Michael LaRue says, yes, Spanx owner Sarah Blakely, net worth $1.2 billion. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. I'm surprised she doesn't have her own box there.
Maybe she should like to tout her product on the JP Peterson Show on FanStream Sports.
I think so. I mean,
I'll wear them.
I think we both could use a slimming Spanx outfit. Could we not?
I'll wear them
for the right price.
Yeah,
we'll wear just that on the air. If that's
trust me,
if the money's
the right price wouldn't take much either for me right now. You'd be surprised.
We'll have to reach out to Spanx marketing. I mean, they'd be like, we're not that type of Spanx. Anyway,
you'd be surprised what I do for $100, JP.
Okay, I've watched Shameless. I know. Yeah, $20 is $20, right?
That's right.
As William Macy once famously said on Shameless. $20
is $20.
Watch that. $20 is $20. All right, Florida is at Kentucky this week. Florida Gators get a break from their ridiculous schedule, and they get to go to Lexington, Kentucky, which is where they just beat. What did they just beat? Auburn. Got Hugh Freeze fired, 10-3 in that barn burner. So now Florida has to go up there. Coming off, I thought, a really good game against Georgia. Had an awesome opportunity to beat number 5 Georgia and just came up short. They were right there. And I'm still, kind of mystified a little bit by this Gator team. They're certainly better than their record. Their new coach, Billy Gonzalez, I thought did a really nice job in his debut. So, but they'll be expected to go up and beat Kentucky, and that's never an easy situation up there in Lexington. So they got to go to Kentucky. That's a 7:30 game this weekend. Then they've got Ole Miss in Oxford the following week, which is going to be kind of interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it going to be interesting? So all the scuttlebutt, and I was talking with a bunch of Gators yesterday, and they're very set on, Lane Kiffin. And one of them even told me that they had a deal done with Lane Kiffin last year.
Really?
Like, I don't know. Yeah. Like there was the scuttlebutt that they were trying to get Lane Kiffin last year, and that deal was almost done. So Florida's going to go to Ole Miss with a chance to chat with their new future coach at Ole Miss. Well, will there be meetings? I don't know. How does this work? I mean, will Scott Strickland kind of walk over to the other side while he's, pregame and go, "Hey, Lane, got a little something in my pocket here. I wanted to give you a little offer sheet. If I could kind of tuck that in your back pocket there, maybe you could take a look at it later on." So how exactly is that going to work? And then they go, and Tennessee comes to Gainesville on November 22nd. And then they will welcome in the Florida State Seminoles on November 29th. So an interesting schedule ahead for the Gators. And the question remains, if they're dead set on Lane Kiffin, how's that going to work? If indeed Ole Miss goes deep into the playoffs, how does that timing work?
So let me throw this at you, JP. Who's the interim coach right now in Florida?
Billy Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm predicting they're 3.5-point favorites over Kentucky this week. I am predicting a win at Kentucky for those Gators. I am predicting a close game against the Fighting Lane Kiffins in Oxford, at Ole Miss, but they'll lose. Ole Miss will win that game. I am predicting an upset against Tennessee. So you could be riding a 2-1 record to finish out the season as you meet Florida State. And what if they beat Florida State and you go 3-1 under Gonzalez in the final month of the season?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any conversation?
That's always the danger
of giving him the job.
They can't be. That's interesting. And this is why, when you fire a coach early and the interim guy comes in and does well, then you're kind of, all the players are yelling and screaming about the interim guy. And is he really the best guy for the job? Probably not. But that's entirely plausible what you just said, because this is a really, really good roster. As Nick Saban has said, it's one of the best Florida rosters you've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
So if he puts it together where, and let's just be honest, Napier did a lot of things well, but managing games and calling plays isn't one of them. So if this new head coach comes in and does a better job of that, I mean, they damn near beat Georgia, which means that you can definitely beat Kentucky. And if you damn near beat Georgia, you can beat Ole Miss and Tennessee and certainly Florida State. I mean, it's not like they don't have a roster to do it.
Yeah.
They do. And so, yeah, it'll be super interesting to see down the stretch. And again, like if everybody's putting their eggs in the Lane Kiffin basket, he may not even leave Ole Miss. Hell, as we have postulated, him leaving Ole Miss.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
And there's this other little tidbit that leaked out a couple weeks ago that Steve Sarkisian is looking at the NFL and wants to get out of Texas. And that's supposedly Lane's dream job is Texas.
Gross.
So, and Sark and Lane are buddies, obviously. So if he has the inside scoop and Sark's like whispering in his ears going, "Yeah, I'm leaving Texas." And Texas, and he's told Texas that. And Texas is like, going, "Okay, well, we'll go get Lane." And so that may come out of nowhere. That may come out of nowhere.
I mean, LSU job's open too.
Does anybody believe that he wants to go and coach at LSU, Lane? I mean, Baton Rouge is not necessary. Baton Rouge ain't no Oxford. Just tell you that.
I like Baton Rouge.
I was actually talking with a. Really? Do you?
I'm from down there, so yeah.
Yeah, do you? Have you been back lately? So I was talking with I was talking with a mom the other night who just toured LSU with their daughters and who are D1 athletes. And so they got the whole tour of all the athletic facilities and everything. And they loved it. They loved the facilities at LSU. They loved the people, that loved everything. You know what she said? She said, I won't send my girls there because you walk 1 foot off the campus and you are in a not so nice area. And Baton Rouge is not a beautiful city. I hate to say it, but it's not. And if I had, I would not know. My daughter went to school in Nashville at Belmont. She had an opportunity to go to LSU. I don't know if I would be okay with that. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be mean, but it's just not a place. If you had to choose a place to live, whether Oxford or Baton Rouge, I'm staying in Oxford. No question about it. So listen, I have no idea what Lane's thinking. But my guess, my gut feeling says he stays at Ole Miss. And if that's the case, where's Florida go? And if FSU was looking for a new coach, where do they go? Suddenly James Franklin doesn't look so bad. With all these other guys getting, Signetti getting his deal done, Brett Lashley getting his deal done, Matt Rule even got a deal done with a $70 million buyout. It's like, where do you go? So now you're just looking to the lower tier guys that haven't done it at this level, and you're right back to hiring the Billy Napiers and Mike Norvells of the world. Is that worth a $60 million buyout for Mike Norvell? Probably not. That's probably what's happening at FSU is like, hey, let's rally around our coach because we don't have the money to fire him. So he ain't going anywhere. You might as well rally around him and let's see if we can get some stuff done here.
Is anybody going to lure Dan Lanning out of Oregon? He's got SEC ties.
Yeah. I mean, he would be the top choice for everybody. But I can tell you this, again, it's lifestyle. Why would you leave? Phil Knight has given you everything you could possibly want. It's a beautiful place to coach. You've got all the facilities. It's, the only thing I would say about Oregon in terms of being a bad job is now that now you've got to travel, to the East Coast for a lot of your big games. And that's gotta be a bit of a disadvantage, I would think, So would he like to get back to the SEC? I don't know. If he ever does this, Florida, LSU, Auburn, I mean, these are top 20 jobs, are they not?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. And I'm sure Penn State's calling him too. So there's 4 top 20 jobs, and if you throw Florida State in the mix, that's 5. And am I missing any other ones?
Well, if Sark leaves
Miami's
for the
might
NFL,
come open soon. Yeah, if Sark leaves for the NFL. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. All right. That'll do it for this edition of the JP Peterson Show. We will be back tomorrow with more fun and frivolity. Make sure you make it out to the USF game tonight. Let's pack it. Let's pack Ray J on a Thursday night for ESPN and UTSA. Huge game for the Bulls. And we'll see you tomorrow.